2 men and a woman died in the attack on central Vienna on Monday night, Vienna's police chief told a news conference on Tuesday. Austria's Interior Minister Karl Hammer said Tuesday during a press conference that the attacker that the police shot dead was a sympathizer of the terror organization Daesh. 15 injured were injured, including 1 police officer. Vienna Mayor Michael Ludwig said of the hospitalized, 7 had serious injuries. Meanwhile, 1 suspect was shot and killed by police officers, Vienna police said on their Twitter account. The attack had been carried out by several suspects armed with rifles, and police added that there had been 6 different shooting locations. We are victims of a despicable terror attack in the federal capital that is still ongoing, Austria's Chancellor Sebastian Kurz said hours after the gunfire erupted. One of the perpetrators was neutralized, but several perpetrators appear to still be on the loose, he said. They seem to also, as far as we know, be very well equipped with automatic weapons. So they were very well prepared. Kurz praised police for killing one of the attackers and vowed, "We will never allow ourselves to be intimidated by terrorism and will fight these attacks with all means." Gunshots were fired at around 8 p.m. local time, 19:00 GMT, beginning at the site in Stungusee in the city's centrally located 1st district. The shooting began just hours before Austria was to reimpose a coronavirus lockdown to try to slow the spread of COVID-19, and bars and restaurants were packed as people enjoyed a final night of relative freedom. Austrian Interior Minister Hammer told public broadcaster ORF that the incident appeared to be a terrorist attack and urged Viennese to remain in their homes. Hammer repeated police appeals to residents to keep away from all public places or public transport, and frequent sirens and helicopters could be heard in the city center as emergency services responded to the incident. A bystander who asked not to be named told ORF that the shots had initially sounded like firecrackers. "Then you noticed that they were shots," he said. "He was firing wildly. Then the police came and started firing." Other witnesses told another broadcaster, OA24, that they had heard at least 50 shots. It aired images of one injured person who was bleeding and being tended, as well as video of a masked man firing off at least 2 shots, as well as an image of a pool of blood in front of a restaurant. In a statement, the Turkish Foreign Ministry condemned the terrorist attack, saying that the country stands in solidarity with the Austrian people. "It is understood with grief that there are victims after a terror attack in Vienna," the MFA said in the statement. "We strongly condemn the attack and express our condolences for the relatives of the victims, and wish a speedy recovery to the wounded." Turkey, which has been fighting against all types of terror for decades, is in solidarity with the Austrian people in these testing times, the ministry concluded. Meanwhile, European officials also condemned the terror attack. European Union Chief Charles Michel slammed the shootings as cowardly. "Europe strongly condemns this cowardly act that violates life and our human values," European Council Chief Michel tweeted. On the other hand, Italian Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte condemned the attack and said that there is no room for hatred in Europe. French President Emmanuel Macron also vowed that Europe would not bow to terrorists following the shootings. "We French share the shock and sorrow of the Austrian people following the attack in Vienna," Macron tweeted in both French and German. "After France, it is a friendly nation that has been attacked. This is our Europe. Our enemies must know who they're dealing with. We will concede nothing," he said. Later on, Czech police announced that they had started random checks on the border with Austria following the attack. Police are carrying out random checks of vehicles and passengers on border crossings with Austria as a preventive measure in relation to the terror attack in Vienna, Czech police tweeted. Czech Interior Minister Jan Humsk said in a tweet Czech police were in touch with Austrian colleagues following the dreadful news from Vienna. President Donald Trump tweeted American support for Austria in fighting terrorism. "Our prayers are with the people of Vienna after yet another vile act of terrorism in Europe. These evil attacks against innocent people must stop," he wrote.